Hi guys, welcome to Develop on a Diet Day 29. If you've not seen my previous videos, you can see them here. Apologies for the delay and for the slightly poorer quality of this video. My MacBook broke down on me last week and I took it into the Apple Store to get repaired. And whilst they did fix the problem I did have, they also broke my microphone, so I'm having to use my old webcam from my PC. As mentioned, it's day 29 of my diet. I started with an 8-day juice fast, which was initially going to be 30 days, so tomorrow would have been the last day of the juice fast. But after day 8, I started to feel weak and not very well at all, and I decided that it wasn't the diet for me, so I switched to the ketogenic diet, which I've now been on for, 21 days, and I'm finding incredibly easy. I've cheated on this diet exactly once. My girlfriend's sister came to visit us from Singapore during the week, and on that evening I ate fish and chips, drank quite a lot of alcohol, and then had kebab and chips at the end of the night as well. I expected that to ruin my diet for a number of days, and I was amazed to find out that by the end of the following day I was back deeply in ketosis and it had barely made a blip. In fact, I went to weigh myself at the gym the next day and I found that I'd still managed to lose half a pound in the last 3 days, which is just absolutely incredible. I'm actually starting to think that a variation of this diet is something I can do for the rest of my life. There is something called the cyclical ketogenic diet, where you spend 2 to 3 days having a high carb diet, and then the other days are just the low carb, the standard ketogenic diet. I think I could do that. I think I could quite easily make my weekends my high carb days, and then maybe have a Friday as a high carb day as well. And then spend the rest of the week on the ketogenic diet, because it's not hard at all. We've discovered that cabbage is an almost perfect replacement for spaghetti, so you can have spaghetti bolognese with cabbage instead of spaghetti and it still tastes pretty much the same. And we found that chopped cauliflower, whilst not the same, is a really good substitute for white rice. So we're actually not even really struggling to eat the normal sort of meal we had. We can still have spaghetti, we can still have our chilies. We went for a fry up this morning, obviously without the traditional chips, hash browns and various other delicious things that I'd like to normally have with it and couldn't. But it was still amazing, it was still a wonderful breakfast, and I got more egg and bacon instead, which is awesome. The big thing I've noticed is that my weight loss has started to plateau. However, I'm not really concerned about it, because another thing I've been doing through this diet is measuring my body fat percentage. When the diet first started, I was close to 40%. I think it was about 39. By the end of the juice fast, it had gone down to 37.5, and now 3 weeks later, it's actually just above 30, which is almost within the acceptable range. It's still obviously at the high end of the acceptable range, but it's getting close to being the acceptable range. So I'm actually really, really happy with this. I think that this is really, really going to improve my health. I'm having blood tests done next week to find out what my cholesterol is like now. Unfortunately, I can't remember what it was like at the start, which is a bit unprofessional of me, but I'll speak to the doctor because they will have records of that, so hopefully I'll be able to give you a bit of a report at the end of it all to find out how my health has changed. This is going to be the last video I'm going to record until the final day, which I believe is next Friday. So I'll record another video for you next Friday with the final results, and you'll be able to see a before and after comparison of what I used to look like as well, which would be interesting if you want to see me with my top off. Not many people do, but still. And then after that, I'm going to do a follow-up video. I'm not sure when yet. It'll probably be in a couple of months to basically say how I'm continuing and where everything's gone and how I'm finding it. So yeah, I shall see you next week, guys.